Now, this is my plan. If we get through customs, you check into your hotel. I'm going to pick you up tonight and take you to a restaurant called Mimo's here in London. Now, after that,
Look,
I think we'll go dancing.
Just because we had such a nice time talking all on the plane, well, you don't have to feel obligated to me.
Are you kidding? It's not an obligation, it's a privilege. A beautiful southern creature like yourself.
Excuse me, sir. Can I see your passport?
Okay.
Well, you've been so charming and hospitable, I just can't refuse. And provided we can get a babysitter, well, my husband, I would just love to have you show us London.
The line is moving, excuse me.
I'd be grateful if you'd come along with me to the interview room, Mr. Lomax.
All right. What's it all about?
This way, sir.
No, George will take that.
Stop with the bag.
Oh, I can't wait to get home. Oh, darling, you look so much thinner.
Is that your friend?
Yes, sir. Excuse me.
In you go.
Oh, that's his sister.
Oh. They seem very close.
Yes, they are.
All right, we can relax now. Thanks, George. Strictly a performance in case we were being watched, Mr. Lomax. All right, George, get started.
You're sure he'll show up for our double date tonight? Because if my sister doesn't come, I'm not coming either.
He'll be there. You can count on it.
This is for you, exactly as arranged. $10,000.
That's a lot of money for a kiss. Look, Miss...
The name's Charlie.
Charlie. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is my lucky day.
Yeah.
Charlie, eh?
I'm Carl Harris. Welcome to England, Mr. Lomax.
What would you say if I told you I wasn't Lomax?
Well, then we'd probably have to kill you.
Well, I'm Lomax. Believe me if I tell you, I'm Mr. Lomax.
Lived here long? Nice. What happens now, kid?
We wait.
I don't want to wait.
It'll only take 1 minute, Mr. Lomax.
You know, there's something about you that doesn't quite gel with me.
You know, the feeling is mutual.
Well, I get the feeling we picked up the wrong guy.
Oh, don't be so stupid. Everything went exactly as arranged. Anyway, Mitchell will be here in a minute. He'll vouch for Lomax.
Better.
I'm going back to the hotel. When Mitchell comes, you tell him I'm there. Kid.
Aren't you forgetting something? Like $10,000 you still owe us.
Well, it doesn't take you long to make enemies, Lomax. Mitchell.
How do you do, Mitchell?
Delighted to know.
Pleasure to meet you.
Now then, what's all this about?
I think he's a phony.
The pickup went exactly as planned.
Oh. Well, it looks as though I'm both judge and jury. Nothing personal, of course, but I'm sure you'd be the first to complain about our security
Yes, right.
if I didn't check you out.
Yes, of course.
Oh. Look, just the passport.
Oh, right.
Daniel Wilde,
I never use Lomax.
of course. But it doesn't prove anything. The case, Charlie. Label. Oh, perfect match.
Nice coat.
Yes, isn't it? Oh, Lomax.
Mitchell.
Oh, I'm so proud to be working with you.
Oh, wonderful.
All right, Mr. Lomax. What are your reasons for wanting to visit the country?
I've told you 3 times already.
Then tell us again.
I'm a tourist.
Who are you going to visit in London?
Nobody? Don't know a soul.
For a man who doesn't know a soul, you've got a lot of telephone numbers.
All right, I got a lot of telephone numbers.
The FBI told us you were coming in. Now, you must be here for a reason. We want to know what.
I'm a tourist.
Well, plenty of time. You'll tell us.
Here we are. Oh, do you know, I think that this is a propitious moment for a toast. I give you the undisputed mastermind of crime, a planner of true genius, Harvey Lomax.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
Yes, you know, Charlotte's a tremendous fan of yours, Harvey.
Is she?
Oh, look, do you mind if I call you Harvey?
Well, as a matter of fact, I wish you'd call me Danny. It's Wilde. You see, Danny Wilde, that's my cover.
All right, I'll call you Danny.
Thanks,
Danny.
Mitchell.
I just wanted to say I'd read your reports on the Boston case.
Oh, yes, the big Boston caper.
Oh, superb strategy,
Thank you.
immaculate timing, and masterful execution.
Nice of you to say so. It really was nothing.
Nothing. You call $4 million nothing.
Well, easy come, easy go. That's the way it should
Charlotte,
be.
you can talk to Danny about his past triumphs later, all right? A word.
Yes, would you excuse us, Charlie?
Now, you wrote to me in your letter
Right.
that security was absolutely vital.
In my letter, I stated that security was absolutely vital, right?
Yes, you did.
Yes, that's what I said.
So I followed your suggestion.
Oh, did you? Good. I'm glad to hear it.
And no one is to leave this flat, except myself, until we're ready for the strike.
Good thinking. No one should leave this apartment except you or me. Until you're ready for the strike.
What was that? I see. A little test to try me out.
Well...
No. I remember exactly what you said.
Oh, yes?
I quote, "A leader cannot get the respect and loyalty of his followers unless he's prepared to share the same rigors and restrictions as they."
Right. Glad you spotted that, Mitchell.
So you stay here?
Right. I plan to stay here.
Oh, with your planning, we can't fail.
I think so, huh?
It's astonishing, isn't it? A little piece of film like this, and yet it's the key to the theft of 9 million in gold bullion.
Well, I don't think he's coming.
Oh, he'll be here, I promise you. Daniel wouldn't miss this date for anything.
We've never been stood up in our entire life.
And you're not going to be now. Excuse me, dead man. What? Speak of the devil. Would you answer, Joan?
Oh, how do you do?
Well, you certainly took your time getting here.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, well, it doesn't matter then. Come in.
Oh, thanks.
Here he is. Better late than never.
Daniel, it's about...
Oh, hello, my boy. How are you?
Judge.
A judge too. Nice. Actually, he's not Danny. Not Danny? Oh, yes, you told me. Danny's a much younger man. Well, let's not worry about it. We rather like the more mature type.
Oh, I'm delighted.
Well, the guest room's all ready for you. Why don't you come and freshen up?
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
You see, we are expecting Daniel.
Yeah, so I gathered he was going to pick some papers up for me in New York.
Well, he should be here any time.
I thought you were going to the airport to meet him.
I did. You see, we've had this double date for a few weeks now. We're going to the opening of a new discotheque.
Well, you know, Danny, he's probably forgotten all about it. He's having a whale of a time somewhere else.
Driver. Oh, driver.
Hello.
Driver.
Carl said you'd try and get away. You're breaking your own rules, you know.
Well, I just wanted to get out a little bit, you know, just to get a little breath of air.
Yes, I know how it is. Where should we go?
Well, why don't we go to, we'll go to the Trocadero.
Oh, where's that?
Driver, the Trocadero.
Shouldn't we stop him? No. No, we'll see who he contacts. Then we'll deal with it.
Tell you this place had atmosphere.
Oh, it's great. That stupid Carl, he thought you were going to contact somebody.
Stupid Carl. Hello.
Do you know her?
Oh, I never saw her before in my life.
Well, she was looking at you.
Yeah, well, I was looking at her. Come on, kid. Let's sit down and have a drink.
Excuse me. Now, I'll order a little shampoo while you go and powder your noses. Yes.
Well, my dear, what'll you have?
Buck rabbit punch.
A buck rabbit punch
Please.
coming up.
Thank you.
Just a Magnum. I'm not planning on... I'm terribly sorry, madam.
I'm not a madman. I'm Danny.
Danny?
Yeah, Danny.
Danny what?
Shh, yeah, right.
What have you had done? Plastic surgery?
No, I didn't have plastic surgery. I'm in bad trouble.
You're not kidding, you're in trouble. The bookends are about to leave.
Well, I'm also being watched.
Watched by who?
Yeah, see that booth down on the end, There's a blonde person sitting in there.
Blonde? Oh, very
that's,
pretty.
Charlie.
Charlie? Oh. Daniel, now I know you flipped.
And there are two other guys.
Don't tell me, their names are Beryl and Mary.
They all seem to think I'm a guy named Lomax.
I've got it. Sylvia Lomax. What? Jean? Joan, at last the moment you've been waiting for. I'd like you to meet my friend Danny. What about a glass of champagne?
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Place has wonderful atmosphere, doesn't it?
Yes, wonderful.
Excuse me, but do you have a pencil?
Yes, I think so. You're some sort of writer.
Well, yes, a writer like War and Peace and How Green Was My Valley and things like that.
Oh.
There's a guy standing at the bar with two girls that look alike. You see him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, he's a spy. Spy? Shh, keep it to yourself. Well, he's a spy, and I'm a spy now.
You are?
Right, and I'd like for you to give him this message for me, please.
Oh.
It's a matter of life and death. Excuse me, what is your name?
Sophie.
Sophie. Go get him, baby.
Leave it to me.
Yes, I shall. Sophie, take this napkin. Sophie, I want you to meet the boys. Boys, meet Sophie.
Hello.
Say goodnight, Sophie.
Night, Sophie.
She's a sweet kid. All right, you guys. Back to business. Let's get back to the hideout. Let me just have
Girls, I'm afraid I have some bad news. He just left.
Oh.
But of course you don't believe he was here in the first place. Well, what would you like to do now?
Go.
Go. What did I do wrong?
There you are, Mr. Anderson.
Thank you. Listen, that business last night, that was no security test. That was a put-on.
You're wrong, Carl. Look, he's never met any of us before, and he wants to be absolutely certain that he's working with top-flight operators. In his position, I've done exactly the same thing.
No, look, I don't believe it.
Just wait until you've seen his blueprints for the job. Then you'll have no more doubts. They're brilliant. And they've got the Harvey Lomax trademark in every detail.
Shouldn't Grant be here by now?
Yes. Go and find out what's happened to him, will you? Now, look. Go and find out what's happened to him. There's a good boy. All right, Charlotte, you can tell Mr. Lomax we're ready.
Yes.
Go on, Kramer. Let's get started. Good. Now, let me say at the outset that the very high cost of hiring Mr. Lomax has already been amply repaid. He has created what I consider to be the perfect crime. Now, all your specialist talents have been used, and I've listed the particular requirements. Transport, electronics, and Charlotte for coordination.
Look, this is all fine. But isn't it time we knew all about the job? I mean, the where, the when, and most important, the how.
Well, Mr. Lomax can explain it to us himself
Yeah.
in detail. This is Mr. Anderson.
Anderson, what does he do?
Electronics.
Electronics, huh? Any good?
Oh, very good.
Sit down, fellas. Kramer? Well, nice to have you aboard, Anderson.
Look, we know the target's $9 million in gold.
Right.
What we don't know is how we get it.
That's a good question, Anderson.
Or would you like to tell us about it?
Al Capone. Pretty Boy Floyd. Edward G. Robinson, Legs Diamond. You know what these guys had in common? Intellect, brains, genius, organization. They ran their outfits like the army, just like a general. Huh? Flank attacks for diversion, down the frontal for the main attack. The pincer movements, destroy the rear. Essential. Remember the big Boston caper? Well, let me tell you about that one. You know what was the most important thing? Timing, speed, efficiency, fast cars. Each man in exactly the position they're supposed to be at exactly that right moment, the exact second. Now, if we can accomplish that, we will be successful.
Mr. Lomax.
Yes.
Could you, be a little more specific?
No, I can't, Anderson. That would be breaching my security regulations.
Yes, but, we could just know when.
When, huh? All right, Anderson. I'll tell you when. Tell him.
Oh. Well, thank you, Danny. We make the hit in exactly 48 hours.
The man your friend was mistaken for is Lomax. Our department's holding him.
It's obvious our Danny has got himself mixed up in something pretty big.
Like what?
Well, there've been underworld rumors for a while now about a huge job that was in the planning stage. Now, we think Lomax was sent all the facts and was bringing in a blueprint for the crime. That's why we picked him up.
How long do you think you can hold him?
Not long. Best we can do is deport him.
Well, you deport him, and he makes one phone call, and our Daniel is as dead as mutton.
What happened?
I lost.
Oh, yes, very funny, very funny. I'm talking about this morning. You were supposed to be at a meeting.
So I'm a little late.
Can't you leave that stuff alone?
Look, you hired me to fly a plane. I don't want to hear a lecture on temperance. Did Lomax get here yet?
Yesterday.
Yesterday? That's funny. I thought he would have called me.
You know him?
Sure. I met him flying in the States. We became pretty good buddies.
Well, 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 you really did lose last night, didn't you? Tell me, where'd you get the money to make out this sort of check?
Why don't you mind your own business?
It stinks in here. It's the police and they're coming in.
So I'm clean.
You weren't thinking of making a little extra cash on the side, were you, like for turning police informer?
Oh, don't be stupid.
What are you doing?
You better just hope they don't come through that door.
Well, there's nothing else for it. We'll have to postpone.
We can't. If we don't hit now, the chance has gone forever. No, we have to find another pilot.
I'll put the word out.
Oh, thank you, Carl.
I don't like it.
There's no risk. We won't be out of our sight for a second, and afterwards, well, he's dispensable.
Yeah, I understand. Thank you.
Well?
A man called Grant's been found shot dead. Small-time crook. Used to be a pilot.
What has all this got to do with Danny?
His phone number was found in an address book we took from Lomax. We're checking out all the numbers.
How long's that going to take?
Oh, doing our best.
Well, then you won't mind if I do a little something on my own.
Now, wait a minute. Where are you going?
Judge, for your information, I'm going to buy myself some information.
Good afternoon, Your Lordship.
Oh, I'd hardly call it that. How's the planting going, farmer?
Oh, late, sir. Very late. Ground's too wet, can't get the plough on it.
Then how about some information about a man called Grant?
He's dead. I can tell you that for nothing. Now, the next answer will be more expensive.
I don't have time to bargain.
Well, it's all whispers and rumors, but the word is that there's a big job coming up. American planner.
Go on.
Well, it's my bet that Grant was in on it. You see, under an hour ago, I heard that certain parties were interested in hiring a pilot.
A replacement for Grant. I want the job. I am a qualified pilot.
I wouldn't get mixed up in this, Your Lordship.
You name your own price.
Stay by your phone.
I thought that would persuade you.
I think so. Well, I'm not so sure.
All right,
Thank you
gentlemen, if
very
you're
much,
ready, it's
Kramer.
time to go.
Mitchell, let me help you.
Oh, thank you, Danny.
My pleasure. There you are. Have a nice trip, you chaps.
It's time to go to operational headquarters.
Oh, of course, right. Operation. Come along there, Anderson. Kramer, shut the door behind you.
Sinclair?
They're interested. If you stand on the corner of Hall Street and Chester Road at exactly 5 o'clock, they'll look you over. If they like what they see, they'll make contact.
Thank you, Farmer. Gentlemen, success.
What is it?
I have an interview for a job.
Well, if you get it, contact us the first chance you have.
Well, who knows? It may make a dishonest man of me.
You have the real Lomax under wraps, don't you?
Oh, we're taking no chances. He's been moved to a detention center.
Gentlemen, in precisely 14 hours and 31 minutes, we will make the hit. I think we can reveal details of the target. Danny?
Mitchell, you're running this outfit now. Tell them everything. Go ahead.
Oh, very well.
Go ahead.
Tomorrow morning at 1000 hours, an aircraft will land for refueling. its cargo, gold bullion. We will take control of that plane and fly it to North Africa.
Easy as that.
Like candy from a baby.
What sort of opposition can we expect?
Go on, Mitchell. Tell them. Spare them nothing.
Well, the opposition is the United States Air Force.
Oh. Kramer.
We find ourselves a pilot.
The name is Roberts.
Okay. Thank you. Nothing from Sinclair.
Lomax?
Not a trace.
Now, what are you doing here?
Freezing to death. What took you so long? I sneaked out.
Why
an
do you
hour
always
ago.
have to be first, huh?
I was a premature child.
Come on. No keys. Right. Yeah, right. You haven't got a hairpin or anything, have you?
I wouldn't bother.
What? Oh dear. Now, you listen to me. I'm tired of being shoved around. I want an explanation. Who's he?
Harvey Lomax.
You're some kind of a phony. You know something? You know what I think you are? You're an undercover agent for the fuzz.
You planned the gold heist?
Every detail.
Well, why don't you tell me about it?
Listen, wise guy, you tell me about it.
All right. Aircraft flies in from Geneva.
Right.
For reasons of secrecy, it will land at Manswell Airfield, practically deserted.
Uh-huh.
Be on the ground for precisely 35 minutes.
Exactly right. He knows every detail. I'll tell you something. There's a bad security leak in this place.
Now, you tell me something.
Anything.
What radio wavelength is being used for security checkup just before landing? What's the call sign of the aircraft? What's the Christian name of the base commander?
Irving. Sal. You think you're catching me with these tricky questions, huh? Right?
Wrong.
Wrong.
Nice try there,
Thanks,
Daniel.
man. Thanks. Sorry about that, Mitchell.
Oh, shut up. You. How did you get into this?
I heard you wanted to fly.
I mean, you are a pilot?
Well, certainly. But it's really not important anymore, is it? The point is, what do you plan to do now?
I thought that was obvious.
Now, hang on a moment, Carl. Just for the moment, lock them up in that room.
Oh, down there? Yes, that's it. Huh? Toodaloo. Sit down, your lordship. Excuse us.
Anybody got any ideas? Without a pilot, we're dead. And there's no time to find substitutes.
Well, I could make him do it.
I doubt that.
That's only half the problem. We need them both.
Okay, so what's the problem? I can take over.
It's not that easy. The security pass is all the documentation. Made out for the wrong man now.
All right, so we produce another set with the right picture and the right description.
It took 36 hours to prepare. Can't be done.
Get away. Now it's agreed that we need these two men, right?
Yes.
Okay, it's going to be simple. Each one will act as hostage for the life of the other. Each one will do precisely what he's told, knowing that if he doesn't, the other one gets eliminated.
It could work. It could just work.
Oh, after you.
Good morning. Good morning. I'll have bacon, eggs, toast.
Oh, good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Well, I trust you both had a good night's sleep.
Oh, yes.
Because you've got a big day ahead of you.
Yes, the floor was most comfortable. The room service so appalling.
Last night I thought, I'll have to call the whole thing off. But today I think it is possible, if I can persuade you both to help us.
How do you plan on doing that?
Well, during the operation, you'll both be separated. Each will be assigned to a guard who will be equipped with a small transmitter, by courtesy of Anderson Electronics.
What is all this leading to, please?
Well, it's really quite simple. You see, if you should try to inform the authorities, refuse to help us, or refuse to cooperate, if that should happen, then the other guard is informed and your friend eliminated. And it works both ways. So you see, you've each got what amounts to a gun pointed at the other's head.
Here's your costume, jokers.
Smile. What sort of name is that?
Ah. Jolly good, Kramer.
The raid is on. General Cooley to see the base commander.
General Cooley? Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Stop playing rough and tough. Remember, your men call you Fireball.
Lieutenant?
General, sir, we I mean, there's been some sort of foul-up in communications.
What did you want, a singing telegram? So you'd have time to hide the crap tables and the broads on this base? Identification. Mine, Lieutenant, mine! You...
General Harry L. Cooley, yes, sir. That's fine, sir.
Major, check the guardhouse. You got a problem, Major? Lieutenant, come here. Now, I want triple security. I don't want anybody in or out of the base without me knowing about it, or you. You understand, and you keep an eye on me. Never take your eyes off me.
Yes, General, I think I've got all of that.
And be ready. When I give you the word,
General,
let me...
we're working on a pretty tight schedule.
Okay, Major.
I think we ought to get down to the Colonel's office.
Absolutely.
Well, I'll just check the rest of
Lieutenant! Open that car door.
Yes, sir. I just was only trying to...
What is it with you? Now close it! Go!
Yeah? What? General who? You know we got a security alert on here, Lieutenant. All right. It's not your fault. I think they're here now. Right. General Cooley, sir, this is an unexpected pleasure.
You're not in this man's army for pleasure, Colonel. Colonel Adler?
Sir.
Major Lomax.
Major.
Colonel.
Let me ask you something.
Sir.
Is this your office here?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever checked it for bugs?
Bugs?
Bugs, electronic bugging device. Did you ever check it for that?
Well, sir, I hardly think...
That's your problem, Colonel.
What's that, sir?
That's your biggest problem.
What's that?
You hardly think. You don't use the noodle.
The base facilities are at your disposal, General, but I would like to explain. We do have a security operation in progress.
The General knows about the bullion shipment, Colonel.
Oh, I see. So that's why you're here.
Well, you could say that.
Sorry to disturb you all, sir. It's Flight 104, sir.
Yes, of course.
Now, when he comes back, we get rid of him.
This is the base commander, Colonel Adler.
We need a code reference from you, sir, before we can land.
I have it. Your security reference is AG Geneva.
Thanks, Colonel. We'll commence our approach.
Handing you back to the tower, 104. Out.
Colonel, could I ask you to do something for
certainly,
me?
sir.
I have an attaché case in the back seat of the limousine. I was wondering whether you could fetch it for me.
I'll get somebody to get it for you right
No,
now.
I was thinking of you doing it for me,
Well,
Colonel.
sir,
I'll tell you why. You see, it's an attaché case that has all the security papers
But,
in
sir,
it. And it would fall into the wrong hands. It could cause a lot of trouble.
You don't...
Thanks a lot, Colonel.
Right.
Wonderful to see you.
Don't overdo it. Major Lomax here. Right. I'll put you through to General Cooley. Truck's at the gate.
General Cooley here. Pass the truck through. It's under my command.
Okay, in there.
Lieutenant, Sergeant.
Please. It's just a routine security check.
Okay. You'll keep that colonel busy.
radio blackout should give us a good start. You know, Carl never did believe Danny Wilde was Lomax, did he? Must have been frustrating for him. Still, he will have his amusement.
What do you mean?
Oh, Mitchell had a few quiet words with our sadistic friend.
And what did he say?
Oh, when this is over, you didn't imagine we'd let them go free, did you?
You mean Carl's going to kill them?
What else? You all right?
Yes.
Now, where's the main supply?
General. Now, Colonel, if I want to check the soup of the day, I'm going to check the soup of the day.
General Cooley! General Cooley, sir!
What is it, Lieutenant? Is something wrong?
Hold it.
Lomax. One or two minor points. Come along, come on. Just one or two.
Yeah, sure, right.
You, over there. Move. All right, keep quiet and move. Move.
Get your hands off me.
All right, take him to the stockade.
Stockade? What are you talking about? Do you think I'm an Indian or something? Stop poking me with that thing.
Release that man!
Daniel, explain it.
Excuse me, this is my good friend Lord Brett Sinclair. This is Colonel Adler.
How do you
That's
do,
the
Colonel?
culprit there. That's Mitchell. He's the culprit.
Sinclair? Weren't we at school together?
I sincerely hope not.
Snotty-nosed kid, I am.
Oh, Colonel, you wouldn't believe what's been going on.
Well, if you'll forgive us, Colonel, we have rather a pressing appointment in
Goodbye.
town.
Keep up the good work, Colonel. Tell you one thing.
And then, when I tip you the wink, you say, isn't it funny? I'm a Gemini too, and it's all back to my
I'm
place.
a Gemini too, and I say this to Jean or Joan?
No, to Joan.
Joan. Now, how do you tell them apart?
Well, Jean has a birthmark on her. I don't know this from experience.
No,
Joan
right.
told me.
Well, whatever you Hello, girls.
Girls at long last, may I present Mr. Danny Wilde.
How do you
told you existed. This is Joan, this is Jean.
Joan and Jean.
Joan.
Isn't it wonderful to meet
Super
you?
to finally meet you.
Yes, Joan.
How's your sister?
Oh, she's feeling...
Charlie at the airport.
She's all right. She's going to be staying here in London for a bit.
In
Yes, for a long
London?
bit.
Oh,
Yes. Are you Jean or Joan?
Joan.
Why don't we just
like to dance? Yeah,
Dance?
come along.
Yes.
You're a little cutie, that's what you are.
Thank you. Hey, the writer.
Sophie, how are you, my dear?
Fine. I read some of your book last
yes?
night.
How'd you
War
like
and Peace.
Oh, good. I wrote another book called The Rise and Fall of the Roman Empire, equally as good.
Who's she then? His big brother?
Oh, funny.
I thought you said tonight would be different.
Well, you must admit it is, isn't it?
We're leaving.
Oh, well, it's no different. Daniel, do you see what you've done now?
Your Lordship, this is Sophie. This is Lord Brett Sinclair, my very best friend.
How do you do,
How do
Sophie?
you do?
Say goodbye, Sophie.
Bye, Sophie.